When we think of Rome, we picture triumphant legions, magnificent aqueducts, and an empire that shaped the very course of history. We see success, power, and glory. But what if I told you that the true secret to Rome's enduring legacy wasn't its victories, but its failures? Imagine this. Hannibal, the brilliant Carthaginian general, has just inflicted one of the most devastating defeats in Roman history at the Battle of Cannae. Tens of thousands of Roman soldiers are lost in a single day. The city is in panic. For any other power, this would have been the end. The world held its breath, expecting Rome to crumble, to surrender, to become a footnote in history. But Rome did something extraordinary. It didn't surrender. It mourned, yes, but then it got back to work. This wasn't an isolated incident. Throughout its long history, Rome faced countless moments that should have been its breaking point. They were driven from their own city by the Gauls. They lost kings, consuls, and entire armies. They faced civil wars that tore the Republic apart and saw their greatest leaders assassinated. Each time, observers from Athens to Alexandria would have thought, this is it. This is the end of Rome. But here's the secret, the core of the Roman mindset. They never saw failure as the final chapter. For them, every defeat was a lesson, every loss a brutal but effective teacher. When Hannibal outmaneuvered them with superior cavalry tactics, what did the Romans do? They didn't just recruit more soldiers. They studied his methods, they learned, they adapted, and they eventually developed their own cavalry to counter and surpass his. They turned their greatest weakness into a formidable strength. This relentless cycle of adapt, evolve, conquer became the engine of Roman expansion. They weren't born with the best strategies or the most advanced technology. They earned it. They borrowed the best ideas from the peoples they fought, the flexible infantry formations from the Samnites, shipbuilding techniques from the Greeks, siege warfare from the Hellenistic kingdoms. They weren't too proud to admit when an enemy had a better idea. They just made that idea their own, perfected it, and used it to win. Think about the structure of the Roman legion itself. It wasn't a static, unchanging force. It evolved over centuries. From the rigid Greek-style phalanx, it transformed into the flexible manipular legion, capable of fighting on any terrain. Why? Because the phalanx failed them in the rugged hills of Italy. So they adapted. They broke the single solid line into smaller, more independent units. The maniples, this innovation allowed them to outmaneuver and defeat enemies who stuck to older, more rigid tactics. It was a direct response to failure, an evolution born from necessity. Later, as the empire grew and its enemies changed, the legion evolved again under reformers like Gaius Marius. He professionalized the army, creating a standing force loyal to Rome. This wasn't just a military change, it was a societal one, driven by the need to solve the crisis of manpower shortages that had plagued the Republic. Again, a problem led to an adaptation, which in turn led to a new era of conquest. This mindset wasn't just for the battlefield, it permeated Roman engineering, law, and politics. When an aqueduct collapsed, they didn't stop building them. They analyzed the failure, improved the design, and built the next one stronger, longer, and more durable. When their legal system proved inadequate for a growing, diverse empire, they developed the jus gentium, or law of nations, a revolutionary legal framework that could apply to all people, not just Roman citizens. It was a practical solution to a pressing problem. So, how does this ancient story apply to you right here, right now? We all face our own Cannae, that project at work that crashes and burns, the business venture that fails to take off, the personal goal that seems to slip further away every time we reach for it. In those moments, it's easy to feel like the world is ending, that the failure is definitive. It's tempting to give up, to believe that we just don't have what it takes. But the Roman spirit teaches us something different. It tells us that this moment of failure isn't the end, it's the beginning of your education. It's the battlefield report that shows you exactly where your strategy is weak. It's the blueprint showing you the stress points in your design. Your defeat is not a verdict on your worth. It's data, pure and simple. The question is, what will you do with that data? Will you let it crush you, or will you use it to rebuild and smarter and stronger than before? When life knocks you down, don't just get up, study the tape, and figure out why you fell. Did you lack a certain skill? Then go learn it. Was your approach flawed? Then design a new one. Were you outmaneuvered? Then study the competition and come back with a better game plan. This is the essence of what it means to conquer your own world. It's not about never failing. The greatest champions in any field have a long list of failures behind them. It's about having a shorter memory for the pain of defeat and a longer memory for the lessons it taught. It's about adapting faster than your challenges, evolving beyond your current limitations. Every time you face a setback, you have a choice. You can stay down, defeated, or you can look at the rubble, see the raw materials for your next great structure, and begin to build. You can be the civilization that crumbles after one bad battle, or you can be Rome. So the next time you fail, don't despair. Instead, ask yourself the Roman question: what can I learn from this? Then take that knowledge and forge it into your next victory. Adapt, evolve, conquer. That is the path to building an empire in your own life, one that can withstand any challenge and stand the test of time. If this message resonates with you and you're ready to forge your own legacy, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're on a journey to unlock that next level of greatness together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.